Hello, welcome to Words Out Podcast, where we tell you what's up and what's out in the world of poetry. I'm Sammy B.
And I'm Kenny, KP Walker.
And this is our special guest, Naima the Love Poet.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. So Naima, I think I met you at Funky Words, right?
Probably so.
I feel like it was either Funky Words, or Voices in Power.
It might have been Voices in Power.
Okay.
It might have been Voices in Power.
Yeah, but I got to know you more at Funky Words, Funky Words.
Sure.
Yeah. And I really like your poetry just because it's so like, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, it's very like, yeah. It's very, it's
That's what you get me.
right. Yeah.
That's exactly what you get. I put my heart on, I wear my heart on my sleeve. So when I hit that stage, it's like, I can't be nobody else but me. That's why I don't have a stage name. The self-love poet came from the people. I didn't name myself that. Really, when people ask me what's your stage name, I'm like, Naima. They're like, no, your stage name. I'm like, Naima.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like, Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy, hi.
So yeah, it's just me.
Yeah. So yeah, that, and I just really like, I just really love your personality. It really shines on stage, especially.
So be yours. Thank you.
And you're literally the same on stage as you are in person, which I also love.
Authenticity. I really pride myself in it because it's like, if you're going to be somebody, be you, you know, because God made us one way for a reason. And once I learned to embrace that, I don't want to be like nobody else. I had a guy ask me during an interview the other day if I could compare myself to celebrities, who would I compare myself to? And I'm like, I was stuck for like a good 5 minutes because I couldn't compare myself to, and this is not to be cocky, but it's just like, I am so weird and out of the box. Like, I couldn't compare myself to anybody because it's like, you know, I'm just me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just me.
But so what made you start write? So your poetry is very like thematic of like being, I love myself. Like you always start your show with like an affirmation of some sort, which I also love. And so I wanted to ask you, like, when did you start writing?
Honestly, it was elementary school. You know, when they first taught you what a rhyme scheme is, you know, like A, B, C, you know, I was infatuated. I think that was like the first highest grade I've ever got because it drew me in and it captured me. And it's just like, wow, words that rhyme. And I've been in love with poetry ever since. And I've been writing poetry since I can remember. I remember I had a teacher, shout out to Miss THIER. I don't know where she is in the world, but shout out to you. She used to make the class listen to my poetry. Like she would allow me to stand up in front of the class when we had downtime where the class just wasn't listening, and they would have to listen to my short stories or my poetry, and you know, but they would be vibing with it, and I was shocked. Like, and the teacher would like, and if anybody like stepped out of line or wanted to talk to her, she'd be like, "Hey, excuse me," that was her. That's not fair. I love you, but it was, excuse me, no. And they would have to shut up and listen. But oh man, yeah, that's how it started.
It's amazing because usually when you talk to a lot of poets, everybody has that teacher.
Yeah.
And usually like in grade school or elementary school or junior high that got them into writing.
Yeah.
Like I had a couple of teachers like that got me to keep doing it. You know, once I fell in love with it. And I had a teacher, Miss Morales, she would feed me Langston Hughes and Gwendolyn Brooks and things like that. I'm sitting there, Nikki Giovanni. And I'm sitting there reading Nikki Giovanni. I'm getting all into it. And then I would read Shakespeare even. And I just like would just call it. And the teachers would just keep, you know. And then when I got to high school, there was a teacher who had to create a writing course. And she was also the teacher who put together a literary magazine. And I was probably one of the first people she asked, like me and a couple other people, like, hey, we're doing a literary magazine, Kenny, you gotta be on it. But it's nice to have teachers that actually encourage you to do the things that you like to do. And you always remember those teachers. They may not remember us. Because they see so many kids. But you remember that teacher who put you on.
Yes, that was definitely Miss Nasir for me as far as poetry. Miss Frazier taught me rhyme schemes, but Miss Nasir made the class listen. And for that, she taught me that I had a place on stage. I had a place in front of people, and I will forever be thankful for her. Like forever be thankful. And she was Indian. She had this strong accent, and she was gorgeous though. And she wore her Indian garbs every day. You know, every day. She was amazing. Like, but she didn't take no stuff. Oh man, I really should look her up.
Well, yeah, and so, like, what made you start like writing the type of poetry you write now?
Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma. Trauma is, so one thing I learned is that you can find your purpose in trauma. So a lot of people go through things and then they get stuck there because it's like, oh, why me, Lord? Or why is this happening? This is unfair. But if you actually, learn the lessons that trauma teaches you, as opposed to just taking the trauma as it is, you'll find your purpose, because things happen for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe everything happens for a reason. And we're literally just living out a planned existence, really. That's just my beliefs, not pushing it on nobody else. But I believe God has already written out our lives. We're just living it. So for me, at first, I looked at it as why me. I was, woe is me. What is happening? Like, I didn't even have a relationship with God to say why God, But I fell in love with God, and then I fell in love with myself. And it became a different perspective on, holy crap, that just taught me a lot, like, it's not why it's me. It's not I'm the underdog. No, you were preparing me. You've been there this whole time. I probably should have died a couple of times ago, but I'm still here for a reason, like, so what is that reason? And I was sitting here telling somebody my story, and they were like, man, you need to put a book out. Some people need to hear this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got so much poetry that I just write, and they're like, you ever went to an open mic? You ever, read your poetry out loud? I'm like, in class with a teacher who used to make them listen, but never in front of like adults. No, like, I was terrified. But I went to Voices in Power, and Lewis don't care if you fresh, new, if you just wrote your ABCs on the paper. If you got something to say, you gonna get on that mic. At least that's how it was in the beginning before it got so big. And now, it's kind of a raffle to get on the stage. But he pushed the mic in my hand, and he was just like, go ahead, you got it. And I'm like, I don't got this, but okay. And he was cheering me on so much, I started to believe in me. And I'm just like, maybe I do got this. And yeah, the first poem I ever did, I don't remember what it was, honestly. But I think it was like something about my stretch marks or something. I don't know. It was not, I was still finding myself. It wasn't, I think I was writing for other people and not for myself at that time. I was still finding me. So after that, I sat and I watched the other poets, and I started to see the raw emotions and that they were trying to hide though. And I'm just like, what if I didn't? What if I just let it out? Like, what if I showed them my vulnerable side on stage? What would happen? And one day I took a chance at DJ Hardcore show. He had booked me to be a feature, and I said, better now than ever, And I got up there, I poured my heart out, and people resonated with everything I had to say. It was to the point where I couldn't finish the poem because they were so loud.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just like, holy crap. Stretch marks didn't get this. Stretch marks didn't get this. This is the inner workings of me that I'm literally pouring out to y'all. And I said, F it. I don't care if y'all like it or not. Just y'all getting this poem. And yeah, and then it took on a stage of its own. Then it became turning my pain into poetry. And now I use it to try to help as many people as possible. I always get that one person that come up crying, and it's like, I was here for you today. God sent me to this space for you today. And I pray that you take it with you.
I say this, and I know I've said this on the show before. I have a friend, my best friend is not into the arts. And she went to a couple open mics with me, and a couple of years ago, I had my 55th birthday party. and she met all these people, and she was like, I was talking to her about, and this is my friend for like 25, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she heard me talk about new people and how close I was, and she couldn't understand it. I'm like, they're not closer to you than I am. But then when she actually went and she heard like a couple of poetry, and she's like, I see it now. I see why the people you meet when you go out are so, sometimes you guys bond and get close because you're putting your heart out on the stage to each other. And you can feel other people's pain, and it kind of draws you in closer. So
yeah, man, it takes a journey of its own. It really does.
Yes.
Like, what you create a whole poetry family. Like, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for everybody that I got to meet during this journey. Like, it's so powerful. Even the negative interactions, I'm so thankful for them because they lit a match under my behind that made me want to go harder. So everything, like I said, happened for a reason, and I'm thankful for it all. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I would like to tell a new poet that it's all like sunshines and giggle shits.
No, it's hard.
No.
But you're going to get those negative experiences with other poets.
Yes. Like Sammy said in the beginning, I am who I am on and off the stage.
Right.
You get some people who get on stage and they're speaking that positivity. They're speaking that stuff that you resonate with. And then off the stage, they're not that person. And you think because on stage they're that way, you can, connect with them or build with them. And then you learn the hard way. No, you can't, because they're still wearing their mask, or they're not, healing. They're saying it. They know what they have to do, but they're not practicing what they're preaching. So, you come across that in this poetry game. You come across people who are in competition with you that you didn't even know. Like, it's still people competing with me. They competing by themselves, really, because I didn't. Yeah. I had a one girl get on stage, and she had like a diss poem towards my healing poem, and I'm like, I didn't realize it until one of my friends said, Naima, that was about you, right? And I'm just like, no, that wasn't. And then I started to listen, and I'm like, oh crap, she is definitely talking about my poem. There's some bars in there that's definitely directly aligned to some bars in my poem. But my poem was about healing. Did that upset you? It wasn't directed at nobody. It was literally a general poem about healing. So when I realized that, I'm like, wow, people are in competition with you. You don't even realize it. But thank you, because y'all let me know I'm doing something right.
Hey, it's amazing. Because to do what we do, you have certain people who can't do the calm part of it, and their egos get carried away with them. And they have to compete with everybody, and they have to be the best, and they have to be in the spotlight all the time. And sometimes you have to sit back and cheer on that other poet that's getting up there. That's why I like hosting so many events, because I get up, I might start off with a poem, but I make sure everybody gets up on the stage to shine, because it's important.
Yes.
It's not about me, it's about them. They came there for.
That's honestly like what I try to do with poetry and paintings. It's not about me.
You don't try, you do it. You do it.
Thank you. But it's not about me. It's always to showcase the other artists. It's always to showcase, like, this venue that is available for anyone to do an open mic. It's to showcase these vendors. It's never for me. And like the fact that, there's other people who, don't support what I'm doing, or they don't, that's fine. You don't gotta support it. But it's like, why do you gotta bring it to my attention though? You know what I'm saying?
Keep it over there. We don't need to know.
I don't care about that.
Okay. That's so real.
It's like, wait, why did I need to know this?
Yes.
Because now it's gonna bother me.
Yes.
But it's all right.
So I want to ask you are the self-love poet.
Yes. Well, that's what the people call it.
That's what the people call you. You're the self-love poet. How about some self-love tips?
The biggest self-love tip I can give is forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Honestly, that was the first start to so much of my healing journey, was just realizing you cannot beat yourself up for what you don't know. You know, even if you did know it, you know, you can't beat yourself up for it because you're only human. And as humans, we are genetically inclined to make mistakes. We are not perfect. We will never be perfect. It's definitely impossible for us to be perfect. The only thing we can do is learn from our mistakes. And learning from our mistakes, we grow. And growing, and man, I'm telling you, complacency is the devil. Complacency is the devil. Comfort is the devil. When you get comfortable with who you are, it's scary. Don't ever get comfortable. Keep learning, keep growing, and forgive yourself. That is the biggest tip that I can give, because a lot of that trauma, a lot of that self-doubt, that negativity that you see when you look in the mirror is because you have not forgiven yourself for something that you might have done years ago, or something that you feel like you may have let happen to you years ago. Forgive yourself. Let that go and forgive yourself.
Yeah. Don't talk to me right now.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
kidding.
sorry.
It's all right.
We
I feel a little sore about it.
I mean,
okay.
like I said, it can't always be roses and candy.
No,
there are times where you're going to not forgive yourself.
Yes.
There are times you're going to be hard on yourself. And as artists, I think sometimes artists are the people that
we are our own worst
hardest
critics.
on ourselves on everything. Like, I can make a poem and I can read it and everybody be like, oh, yeah, that's great. And I'm looking at it like, this was so simplistic. Like,
Yeah.
This is so generic. I don't understand what you like it, but okay, yay.
Yes. Oh man, I had performances where it was like, I know I didn't do my best, but people would be, loving it. They're like, Naima, why are you so damn? Because I didn't give everything I could have gave up on that stage, so, or I messed up, or I wasn't completely prepared. As artists, we know this, and we are our own worst critics. But to the audience, I mean, they're just enjoying the art.
Yeah. No, there's so many times where I especially at Voices in Power, I always mess up my fucking poem at Voices in Power. But I'll do it out of order, everything. Like, I'll get the whole poem in, but it's not in order. And I'm like, oh, damn it. But like, I get it done, and everyone's always like, you did so good. And I'm like, no, I did it.
I think we all have those moments. I think I call those the humble moments, the humbling moments.
Yes. Oh, you have to stay humble.
Mm-hmm.
You have to stay humble.
Stay humble or get humbled, as my friend Layla says.
Yeah. No, that's true.
That's so true.
That's true. We are going to real quick. Sammy, what you got coming up?
I'm going to be hosting at the Soul Tree Fest stage for poetry and paintings. Naima is also going to be a host, I think, on the main stage.
Yeah.
What day is that?
That is October 7th. That is going to be, where is it at?
Lighthouse Field
in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So if you
tap in with Solatry and Power Street Theater.
Right.
Y'all, it's going to be a vibe.
What time is that going to be?
11 to 6.
It's all day.
Yeah.
All day? 11 to 6.
Yep.
I can come through.
Mm-hmm.
I can come through because I don't have to be, I do my podcast on Saturday nights. I don't have to be home till like 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So y'all can come through on that.
Yeah.
Is there an open mic anywhere?
Yes.
What time?
It's an all-day open mic.
Oh, really?
So they're literally having an all-day open mic, and then they're having performances on the main stage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
So when I get a break from the main stage, I'm gonna dip over to the open mic.
Nice. I think I'm gonna go through there.
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
Well, that's it, because I did cancel my poetry and painting show just because I have my treatment that's coming up soon, so okay. I didn't want to put too much on my plate. But that's really all I've got going on right now. I'm just kind of taking it easy, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, you know me, I can't sit still.
Yep.
Right now we are in the Lair Gallery on 916 White Horse Pike. It's an art gallery. There's art behind us. The art is for sale in this facility. It's also a venue space where you can do small events. I do an open mic. Matter of fact, I'm going to be here Thursday for an open mic. Juanita Smalls, the cornbread lady, is going to be our feature. I'm going to tell her to bring some cornbread with her. And no, I'm telling you.
It's really
this
good.
Cornbread this woman makes. I always say her poetry is dope, but her cornbread is like crack.
I need some cornbread then.
This cornbread, last week she had apple cranberry. Oh yeah.
Oh,
sometimes she
makes
makes
busy.
sometimes she make sweet potato cornbread.
Mm.
You get over there, you get strawberry, you get all kinds. Oh my god.
Oh man.
It's just people come to the open mic and they be outside like this. She got that cornbread. So, but I'm going to be here on Thursday night doing the Words Out open mic, and Saturday, I'm doing a porch fest all the way down the shore.
Mm.
And then Saturday night I'm doing my podcast, and I do all my things. Just follow me on social media, and you will see all the different things that I host and do. And I get to hang out here on Monday nights with my lovely friend Sammy and whoever we have come with us to talk about poetry. And that being said, what we're going to do now is Sammy and I are going to pick our stuff up and walk away. We're going to give Naomi.
Naima.
I'm sorry. We're going to give Naima the stage. We're going to let her sit in Sammy's seat. She's going to do 2 pieces, and then we're going to come back and talk about that. And let's hear it for her.
All right.
Hey, beautiful people. So, I guess the first poem I'm going to give y'all is Healing Pain, since we were kind of discussing that one already. Okay. Excuse me. I sit still in contemplation because my mind is in need of elevation. Stuck between a million thoughts and being patient, wondering if the problem is my location. Deep down, I know they're inside of me, but I plaster on a smile to bring out a different side of me. Knowing these demons want to take the best out of me, it feels like a daily game of hide and seek. As soon as I think that I'm good, my brain tells me that I'm misunderstood. It could be the residual effects of growing up in the hood, or people doing the opposite of what they said that they would. For as long as I can remember, they have been a part of me. Overthinking, that's just the start for me. I feel as though I can only expose a part of me in order to avoid being judged so harshly. She said, he said, no. My mind said, focus on the past because pain is the only thing guaranteed to last. But while they're looking, make sure you smile and laugh, because the last thing you want to do is allow them to see you sad. But they tell you that you have to heal from your trauma. But they don't tell you what comes with it. They don't tell you that in the beginning it's hard to make simple decisions. They don't tell you that you have to give up on things and people you've been resisting, all to try to stay focused and achieve the full mission. Healing is painful, but they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that after trauma, your brain doesn't know how to react. They don't tell you that you'll sit for hours and reminisce about the people who treated you like crap. They don't tell you that you mourn the time that you wasted that you can't get back. Not only do you mourn the time, but you mourn the old you, the one who thought they were satisfied with the things that they would choose, the one who didn't recognize their potential or step into their truth, the one who would rather keep toxic people around and remain confused. Healing is not for the weak, because it actually takes work. It takes you standing up for yourself and no longer tolerating what you don't deserve. It requires accountability for your actions before things get worse. In order to heal, you have to be willing to put your own needs first. They don't tell you that healing can become lonely as hell, especially when you're buying all the lies the ones you love would sell. Realizing the people you thought you knew, you don't know very well. No longer able to hide behind the blinding of love's veil. With all that said, I'm proud of every single person who gets up the courage to choose, to switch some things up and begin to work on you. No, it's not easy, but I promise you it's worth it, because the healed version of ourselves is the closest thing to perfect. So I sit still in contemplation because my mind is in need of a vacation, stuck between a million thoughts and being patient while still trying to love God's creations. That was Healing Pain. The next one I have for y'all is, I'm going to keep it short. Realizations. I realized people don't genuinely care. They pretend to when they need you, but when it's reversed, they're never there. I realized relationships nowadays are based on what you can give. The only ones who seem to genuinely love you are your kids. You could be broke with nothing to offer, but they will still want just you. In the real world, it's nothing like that. Everybody wants something from you. They'll stick around just to get more of what you're giving, not caring about the details of your trauma or your day-to-day living. It's crazy how many people see me in the streets and give my poetry recognition, but hitting that like or share button will never be their mission. I don't blame them because we're programmed not to root for the members of our own team. Then we have so many people who look at others with envy because they gave up on their own dreams. I realized I would probably never receive the type of love that I choose to give, but I'll do it anyway because to live without love is choosing not to really live. Thank y'all.
Yo. Yo.
Thank y'all for listening.
Yo.
Kenny's in shock.
That last one too, that told a story that I could relate to, man. That told a story because, you know, you don't always get the support that you think you're going to get. You don't always get that.
Mm-hmm.
People don't, like, it's like,
what?
Yeah.
And the crazy part is what I'm finding faith and hope in is the fact that complete strangers will support you in a way that your friends and family never have, you know?
Exactly.
So I'm just waiting for them strangers. Come on, strangers.
Yep. Why don't you tell the strangers what you got coming, where you're going to be, how to get in touch with you?
So my IG is the letter N like Nancy, V like Victor, _love_all. I host open mic every last Sunday of the month. So at Visionary Gold Studio. Shout out to Moo. He is the co-owner of Visionary Gold Studio. Y'all, it's always a vibe. When I say when you come in, it's going to be filled with love.
Where is that?
That is in North Philly, 2053 North 2nd Street. So y'all, pull up. I'm telling you, it's always a vibe. It's filled with love. And then we do have some vendors that's coming out to it. As Sammy said, I will be a host at Soulvatry Fest as well on the main stage, but I'm sneaking over to the open mics as well. Tap in with my book, y'all. I'm a published author. My book is currently being housed in Yale Arts Library. It's called Surviving Love. The book is $30 online plus shipping, but y'all, it's worth the read, okay? It's definitely worth the read. And if you see me in person, you can get it for less. But yes, tap in. I'm always doing something. I'm also a notary too, y'all. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm an actual notary, like a notary public. I'm a radio co-host for 98.5 FM. I'm a single mom. Y'all want my whole bio? I do it all. Y'all just tap in. NV_love_all. Thank y'all for having me.
Now, that last one I really did like.
Thank you.
And when we're done, you're gonna have to make sure I get you on my Instagram.
Yes.
Because you spelled that off. But I'm old.
You're not old.
I can't remember that. Like, I'm gonna stop saying that. That's right. We talked about
yes.
I'm gonna stop saying that. Yes.
Seasoned, not old.
Yeah. So, but no, that is deep. That's deep.
Appreciate
now, let's go for the out of the box question.
Oh.
Out of the box question. You are okay. I had this figured out before, and so you are on a desert island, and you have a CD player, and you have electric for some reason. The CD player works. That's just in our imaginary world. This CD player works.
Okay.
Here's the problem: you only got 3 albums or 3 CDs. What do we? And you don't know how long we stuck there. So we only got 3. What are the 3 CDs we got?
We're gonna have to throw some Kirk Franklin in there for some inspiration.
Okay.
3 CDs.
Okay.
So Kirk Franklin for sure. Oh, y'all, I'm stuck. Honestly, I just came across this new album by a local artist that I have had on spin like constantly.
That counts.
Boogie Mandela did Sunrise Lullabies.
Okay.
He's actually going to be on our radio show tomorrow night. Tap in tomorrow night, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. 98.5 FM. You can call in and join the combo too. Boogie Mandela, Sunrise Lullabies. I've had that on spin.
That you know constantly. What? That definitely counts because we have to support the local
Yes,
artists.
yes.
We have
Support
to
your local artists.
Support the local artists and support ourselves, and because I've been listening to Sammy stuff.
I was just telling her that in the car.
I know. I was listening to her stuff. We were driving from somewhere, and was it Shore somewhere? I forgot. We were taking a long drive from somewhere.
AC?
Yeah, it was AC. We were taking a long drive from AC, and she goes, "Oh yeah, let me show you." And she started putting her music on, and I'm like, "Oh, this shit is banging." And I was like, "Let me add this to my playlist."
Yes.
So every once in a while, Sammy
is a bump.
and
Yes.
I texted one day, I was like, "Yo, your one song is like running through my head."
I'm telling you.
You
It be
ain't
like
gotta say
that.
too much.
Yeah.
Say too much. Say too much. Yeah.
You ain't gotta say too much. Say too much. Say too much. Yeah. What? Sammy is a bump, y'all. Go download that song if y'all don't have it.
Sammy B, you gotta check it out on.
Be Real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be Real. ITSBYMMAS. ITSBYMMAS.
Y'all heard her tap in.
But it wasn't the whole. It was just that chorus,
Mm-hmm.
and her voice was in my head. You ain't gotta say.
But that's how you get them. That's how you get them. That's how
It
you
was
get
just-
them.
and I was
Because
like-
now you're like, wait, what's that song by Sammy B? Play that, Joe. Play that one. Like, I
I'm
can't
like,
get it out
look,
my head. Play it.
I couldn't get it out of my head. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to put in some Prince. I'm trying to put in some, and then all of a sudden, you ain't gotta say too.
Yes.
I'm trying to watch TV.
That's how it is for
I'm watching
Sunrise
the Big
Lullabies.
Bang Theory.
I'm
watching
telling
the Big
you.
Bang Theory, trying to get it out of my head, and the commercial comes on. I'm like, you ain't gotta say too much.
Yes, I love our local artists. I definitely love our local artists. My third one would be Jasmine Sullivan. Because she a local artist turned celebrity. But yes,
Okay.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay. All right.
I feel like my albums would be Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall.
Oh, that's a good album. I didn't know we had to be specific.
No Doubt by Tragic Kingdom. And then the last one I'm having trouble. I feel like maybe Nicki Minaj's Pink Print. It's just because like that's really the album that like got me into female rap.
Wow.
But
that's when she was.
I think I think the one on my list would be, because I'm a big Prince fan. Gotta have Prince. And it's so hard to pick your favorite, but I would definitely pick Emancipation by Prince.
Okay, that's a good album.
It's a 3-album CD, and it's like a 3-cut CD, and it's got like everything. Like the range on that is like totally awesome. And I guess my others would probably be Prince ones too, but I don't want to go there. So it would yeah, but it would have to be Inhibitions by Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
And it would have to be Fugees, The Score.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, classics. Okay.
I go for the classics.
Yes.
All right, old head.
Yeah. Y'all can fuck around and find out if you want to. I'm going for the classics.
I love it.
I got Nicki Minaj. She's got classics. It's fine.
Nicki Minaj is not classic. She is more current than classic.
Yeah,
but she will be classic one day.
Yeah, I said.
Or Janet Jackson, Velvet Rope.
Ooh, he went there. Mm-hmm. That was a good album.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good album.
I like albums I can listen to from the beginning to the end and not
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson, Off the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's before both of y'all.
I was the biggest Michael Jackson fan before I had to not be a Michael Jackson fan. Fun fact, he passed away on my 16th birthday.
Aww.
Really?
Yeah.
You know who else passed away that same day but didn't give him a lot of coverage because Michael Jackson passed away?
Who?
Farrah Fawcett.
Wow.
Farrah Fawcett passed away that morning, but the coverage kind of like Michael Jackson died. Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
And that took over the coverage for the next 2 days. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, one of Charlie's Angels died too, but Michael Jackson's still dead. By the way.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say.
Yes.
Okay. So we have Yvonne Thomas, poetess, is listening in. And that is a good album too. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
That is a good album.
Yes.
That is good. That's one you can listen to from front to back.
That really is. She got that one. Yep.
Yeah.
No, seriously. That was one of my favorites.
After that, you got no other.
Oh, Mary J too. I'm sorry. Mary J.
You
Blige.
got nothing else from her after that.
Well, yeah. Because that's all she needed. She said, I'm done with y'all. That's all y'all need. One good album.
One and done.
Mm-hmm.
One and done.
And it's crazy because
when I show up in concert, I'm showing up late.
But you got to think about it, how powerful that album is, that she is truly a legend off of one album.
Yeah, true.
That's how powerful it was.
True that. What advice, okay, you just told us, like, forgiveness.
Yes, for sure.
Was that your way of getting self-love first? Or did you go through another?
My way, and like I said, I'm not trying to push my practices off on nobody because, I had somebody say that to me before, but my way was falling in love with God, honestly.
Okay.
Because it was like, how can you love me this much? Like, I am fucked up. Like, why do you love me? Why am I still here? Because, like, at one point, I'm wondering, like, really, why am I still here? Like, I don't see no purpose for this. I'm literally in New Mexico by myself with my kid. Like, and it's like, nobody's reaching out to help us. We're homeless. We don't have nobody. Nobody's reaching out. Nobody's trying to be there for us. Why am I here, God? Like, and it was like he spoke to me and guided me and right to my daughter, just staring at my daughter like, that's why, and ever since that day, it was like, all right, I'm gonna need your help, but we're gonna thug this out. Like, but that's how I fell in love with myself, because it's like, if he loves me that much, how can I not love me? It's got to be something bomb about me that he keeping me around, like that he done saved me out of all of this stuff. Like I said, I should have been dead a couple times ago, and he done saved me, keep saving me. It got to be something about me that's spectacular. What is it? So I started looking for it. I started searching for it.
You must have did some real fuck shit.
What? I don't think it was me doing fuck shit. I think it was me thinking fuck shit.
Like why?
What? Because
why am I here? Like,
because I was in abusive relationships, and after abuse, it's like you don't feel worthy. You don't feel like you
true.
matter.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, what? Honey? That's
no, she said things I done.
It's a common misconception, though. The way I said it.
The way you said it was, I would tell you, I did some fuck shit.
So did I. We all have.
I don't know why I'm here.
I
don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
I should
for a reason.
A couple buddy of mine told me, like, Kenny, we should have been dead a long time ago because we did some fuck shit. You ran your mouth at the wrong people sometimes.
Don't we all?
Okay, but no, it's for a reason, and I had to figure out that reason. But yeah, it helped me to fall in love with myself. It's like, yo, God, you love me down, because like, why am I here? All right, so since you love me, let me find out. Like, not fucked around and found out. Like, I'm it, honey. I'm it.
No, and I honestly, I relate to that, because it's like there's so many times where I really should have died, and like. It was always like I, for some reason, didn't. I always, for some reason, made the right choice. I always, for some, you know what I mean? So it's like, I understand feeling like, why am I alive right now? So I relate to that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who feel that way, like, but it's for a reason. For everybody who's feeling that way, it's for a reason. Even if you ain't found it yet, you will. Just keep searching. Don't give up.
Where do you want to be 5 years from now? With your poetry?
I want to be settled. I want to be settled in a space where I'm not reaching or fighting for bookings or to get my name out there. I want to be known for that love that I'm trying to give. So, I mean, regardless of how that may be, from hosting poetry, the radio, however it comes, I just want to be known for love. I want to leave an impact. So whether it takes me 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I just pray I can do it before I die. I want my legacy to be love. I want to be known for spreading and giving as much love as humanly possible that I'm capable of giving. And hopefully, because I already know with that, God already takes care of your financial, worries or woes. So I really believe I'm going to be financially stable. I'm going to be, a known artist. I'm going to be making my daughter and myself and God proud in 5 years and beyond.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. I
You what?
I like that. I like that. And then, how old's your daughter?
She's 9.
She's 9. How does she feel about your poetry?
She goes to shows with me because if I can't get a sitter, we still going. But but she goes to shows with me, and it's like exciting for her because I remember at one point we had went to Women Mind Words, and they had like my pictures up on a big screen, and she's like, "Mom, that's you." I'm like, "Yeah." And when I left the show, I'm like, "Mimi, what did you think?" She was like, "I didn't know you were that big." And I was like, "What do you mean that big?" She was like you're kind of famous. Everywhere we go, people know you, or they're like, "Hey, don't you do poetry?" And I was just like, Mimi, well, I'm trying to leave an impact, so people gotta know me. And she's just like everywhere we go, though, Mom, everywhere we go. So it's kind of annoying to her, I guess. But
my kids get, when I go places and some people recognize me for that, my kids are the same way.
Yeah.
And they're older. And they're still like, oh.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna sit here and talk.
Yes. She like everywhere we go. Like we went to a different corner store in our neighborhood that I don't normally go to, and we ran into somebody. It was like, "Ain't you the Self Love Boy?" It's like, "Mom, we at the store." We were at her chess tournament, and somebody came up to me like, yeah, so she's sick of me. She's over me. She's at the point where she doesn't even want to go to shows anymore. She still cheers me on. She still wants to see the videos when I come home. But she's over the shows. Yeah. Like she's over me.
Pretty soon she ain't gonna need a babysitter. I'm good.
I'm telling you. I won't have to pay. She gonna be like, "Mom, just go. I'm not going, but I'm going."
Actually, when I got divorced, when I was going through my divorce, my 3 daughters lived with me. Wow. And my one was 16, and one was 14, and one was 12. And I didn't do a lot because I had the girls. I didn't do a lot. I didn't go out to a lot of open mics. My 16-year-old knows. My kids knew I loved to do it, and my 16-year-old was like, "Dad, if you want to go out to open mics, I can watch my sisters, so you can go."
That's so dope.
So yeah,
and see, she's the only child, so she'll be fine.
So she's spoiled.
She's what? Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, she's spoiled.
And it's crazy because I get mad at myself because I know I'm the one who did it. Like
you're the one spoiling her.
That's my baby.
Like, yeah, she's spoiled, but I did that. So
yeah.
They tell me my youngest. The other kids tell me I spoiled her. My youngest is 17, and she'll call me and she'll, "Dad."
The baby girl voice is what I call it. When she wants to, they know how to put on that baby girl voice. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that is it for us tonight. Hey. We're going to start closing things out a little bit. And do you have any closing remarks?
Love yourself, people. Love yourself. It's a defense mechanism. I promise you. One thing that I learned from being in a relationship with 2 different narcissists is that if I had to love myself, I wouldn't have kept picking them over me. So love yourself. Please love yourself. That's it. That's all. And once you love yourself, spread that. Spread it to as many people as possible, as far as you can.
So we're here at the Lair Gallery in Oakland, 916 White Horse Pike. And I wish I need to try to show you guys what this place looks like.
It's so beautiful.
But it's a nice art gallery. I guess I don't know if I can pick this up and that's good. Because you'll see like all the mess that I have. You don't need to see that.
Just imagine a beautiful art gallery.
It's a beautiful
Use your
art
imagination.
It's very good. Please look us up in the books. Talk to Liz about if you have art that you want to put on the wall and you want to put an art show on. Come talk to Liz and put an art show on. It's that simple. It's that simple.
That's simple, people.
So, and also if you want to do an open mic here or an event here, we have a comic coming on the 29th here. And he's going to do a one-man show.
Oh.
Yeah. So on the 29th, Friday 29th, we're going to do a one-man show with a comedian, Elijah the Barber, here at the Lair Gallery. That's going to be pretty dope. Yeah, I can see it. And like I said, I'm going to be here on Thursday doing the open mic. And check out me and Sammy next week, where I don't know who we got in the house, but it's going to be somebody. Your phone's over there.
Dang it.
Your phone's over there.
Dang it.
I don't know who we got in the house, but we're gonna have somebody here. And hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you who we got in the house. Hold on a second. That's not it. I'm gonna tell you who we're gonna have in the house. No, that's not working. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you who we're gonna have in the house, but here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Hold on. What's the day? 18th.
Oh, it's Don.
Don Krypton.
Don.
Next
Yay.
week we're gonna be showing up with Don Krypton. He's gonna come back from North Jersey.
Yeah.
Get out. Don Krypton, very awesome poet, a very well-known poet, especially in the North Jersey area. He's going to be in the house next week, and we are going to have a blast with Don
Krypton.
Don Krypton.
That's a catchy name.
Yeah. Have you met Don?
I believe so.
Okay.
He was the DJ at Poetry and Paintings last time.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because when she walked in, she's like, I know you.
Yes. I'm good with faces, just not names, y'all.
Yeah.
I said, Don, throw paper. Yeah, that's right. You're the guy that throw paper.
It was dope. Y'all gotta see it.
All right. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the Words Out podcast. Thank our guests.
Thank you for having me. This is dope, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in. Don Krypton next week.
Yeah. And so this is filmed live on Facebook and YouTube Mondays, but on Tuesdays it'll be aired on Indie 101.5. So tune in.
You got Next Radio. Yes, please tune into that. Indie 105. Also, you will find my other podcast I do with my sister, Kathleen Kinney, Explain Pop Culture.
Hey.
So, and this Saturday, we're going to be talking about Ensemble Movie Cast.
Oh, okay.
Like with the big, all it has all the stars, like Ocean 11 or something like that. You know? Mel Brooks movie. You guys know Mel Brooks movies. You guys don't know Mel Brooks movies, do you?
Sorry.
All right, and that, we're going to say goodnight. God bless your soul and keep living.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Keep
Love
putting
y'all.
your words out.
Yes.
Keep putting your words
Keep
out.
putting those words out, people. This was good, y'all.